The puck is dropped again, and we're underway. It's another episode of the Puck Drop Pod. It's Chris. It is Ace. It's been a minute, and we've been beaten down, my friend.
And winter sucks too.
Winter sucks. A foot of snow on the ground, and dog shit hockey has returned. It feels like it's the same season, different year.
Lather, rinse, repeat.
Lather, rinse, repeat.
Only
I guess this is like a pregame show for the Philadelphia Flyers and the Columbus Blue Jackets, 7:30 on the ESPN.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your daddy, Roberto. I saw you lose to the Blue Jackets on the ESPN.
ESPN.
On the ESPN. So it's a national game tonight, so the whole country will see us be dog shit.
Yeah.
So where are we? The last time that we talked, I guess, we were positive. It was the beginning of the season. It was, the team looked good. The outlook was good. The young kids looked good. Zegras looked good. I just want to make something known that ever since Trevor did his little phone selly, they might be 1-7-1. Something like that.
Was that against the Ducks game?
That was against the Ducks. They lost 6 straight.
Wish we could do the Ducks all season.
Right. That was the Stanley Cup. Congratulations. Let's hang it. We'll hang it in the rafters.
And the off season starts. I'll start working on some prospecting.
Oh my God. I have been beaten down. I need positivity in my life. Okay. For the first 41 games, we were good. Life was good.
Playoff team.
3rd in the Metro. 2 points out of the number 1 spot.
The goal differential was good.
Life was good. I was happy. We were looking young. Everything was good. The sun was out. No snow was on the ground. People were singing. Birds were chirping. And now it feels like the exact same thing that I've been watching for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
It was almost our annual 10-game losing streak.
So close. So close.
It was so close. And I almost was to the point in the middle of that, maybe towards the end. Let's just go for 15.
Yeah.
Let's just go for 15 and listen, I'm as negative as I've been in a long time. And I think that I just need some positive. Can you give me any positivity right now?
I missed my calling as a lawyer. I can put a spin on anything. Let's do it.
I love this. Let's do it. The floor is yours, Your Honor.
All right. So I guess we can start off with the power play as one goes on behind me. I think that they've made some strides on that power play. Obviously, they've scored a few. But I have something I want to throw at you. And after watching the Vegas Golden Knights game, I thought, how much worse could our power play be? Why don't we do the 5-forward power play? All right, so I have it for you here, okay? This is my power play 1 for our 5-forward power play. Because we're not scoring, and we don't know how to get the puck through the net. To the net from the point. So we might as well throw people back there who know how to score. So I want Coots is my center on my first power play line, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, I don't need him to move.
That's okay. That's good. That's good. You know why? Because he can't. So
that's true.
All right,
so that 14. Worked out. It fits.
14, you're going.
He's my center. He's my I never win a face-off, or I never lose a face-off cleanly. Although ever since he said that, it seems like all he does is lose face-off cleanly. Anyway, so he's going to be my face-off winning center. Once he wins that face-off, he's going to park it in front of the net. And he's not going to move. I don't care if he goes left and right, but that's where he stays. Okay? I want TK on the left side dot where Ovi sets up. I want Zegras across from him where G used to set up. I want Michkov below the goal line on the corner so he can do the bump with Coots in front, or throw it to Zegras and throw it to the point, who I have Tippett on the point. So my whole power play is Coots, TK, Mish, Zegras, and Tippett. Tippett actually can walk the line pretty well. I watched him in the last game on the power play. He took the puck and he walked it similarly to Jamie Drysdale, except he got the puck through. Believe it or not, Tippett hit the net from the point, and he loves to shoot, so it just makes sense. Unfortunately, that leaves my power play too, as Dvorak, Cates, Brink, Arky, and I'll throw York back there because he at least can get shots through. So
that'll get us from 29th to 26th.
I'm good with 26th or 25th.
Yeah, it's
not as
it's tough.
We're dead last, so
It's
so but might as well give it a shot. What do you think?
Is Tim Kerr still with us? He hasn't died yet, right?
Nah, I think he's still here.
All right. Well, if he were to be deceased, you could dig up the bones of Tim Kerr, park him in the front, and it would be the same exact thing as 14. Yeah, here's my thing. I think my point in all of this, is you could go through, I could put this guy here, and then if you go on Twitter right now, somebody's arguing about Michkov's ice time. Oh, it's 14 minutes. It's 13 minutes. Holy Christ almighty.
He needs the team expected goals for. You know who else does? Coots.
Here's the thing, and we'll get to Michkov in a second, because I could go on and on about that too. I think that this is not even a strategy issue. It's not even, because it's different players and it's the same result, and maybe even worse at times. Yeah. It looks a little bit better. It almost looks like, you're cooking a kitchen and you're really flipping it around, but your burger sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make a difference. There's a lot of flash for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
For me, I think where I'm at as we record this before the Blue Jackets game is and I'm down. So I could be, I'm riding this roller coaster right now.
Yeah. We could
where I'm at is it's a mentality issue from top to bottom. I don't really know. I think it's right about time where we find out, or it's said to us, because I haven't seen Jonesy in 6 months.
Yeah.
You've seen Briere a couple times. So it's like, where's this? It's the first point in time in this regime where I'm like, are you guys good?
Knock, knock.
Are we good? Yeah. Hello. Are we good, Daniel? Because I just don't feel it right now. Like, you made some good moves and that's great, but it feels like the same kind of overreacting, underreacting at the same exact time. The Dvorak signing seemed like something that you really didn't need to do. Especially and I understand the differences between his contract and Zegras's, which is Zegras is unrestricted. You don't have to do that right now. Yeah. But that doesn't make a difference in our situation. To reward a fourth line center, which is what Dvorak should be on a really, really good team, I think that you were sending the wrong message. And I think that you're overreacting and underreacting at exactly the same time, which is what we did to get us into this position by signing Couturier, and Sanheim turned out to be good. So you kind of worked out on that one. Mm-hmm. But you're overreacting and there's no real movement. It's like, all right, I signed this third, fourth line guy and I've locked him up, and people overreacted to that contract because it's a 5-year deal, but in reality it's like 2.
Yeah.
Cap's going up. You can get rid of that contract after 2 years if you really, really wanted to. But honestly, he's a good player, and he's on a good team. He's a good third, fourth line guy. But I think my whole point in this is we could go through and be like, well, what's the 1-2-2? And we could do Michkov on the right versus the left, his backhand on the wall and all that bullshit. But at the end of the day, the mentality of this team is so weak. It's so weak. And you saw it coming out of you've lost 6 in a row after a really high Anaheim game. Then you come down and you just crash the hell out. And then you go back up. And I swear to God, at the Colorado game, they win 7-3 against a team who's lost 5 in regulation all year long. You win 7-3 in regulation. I know I'm going on. I'll give you some time to talk.
No, you're good.
But it's been a while.
Vent.
And so you go and you get off of that 7-3 win. And you're like, and I'm fired up. You've got let's go Flyers chants in Colorado. You've got their announcer saying, get the hell out of here in Philadelphia, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Hockey's back. Zegras has pictures in Anaheim doing the celly, all this bullshit. And then hats are on the ice in Colorado and Denver for Tippett. And then you come home and you do exactly what you've done every single year in every big spot. And you know why, Ace? Do you want to know why, Ace? Because we have 14 and number 11 leading this charge of you haven't done dick in this league, but score points and come up small in big situations.
So you're more referring to TK.
I'm referring to TK. Listen, there's nothing you could do with 14. He is just a symbolic
captain.
He's just a symbol of a guy who is, and they're leading. They're if you want to rebuild, and I know there's only certain things you can do, especially with contracts, but moving forward, maybe you can get out of that. And maybe that's the plan. Who the hell am I supposed? I don't know, because the management isn't telling me. But right. But to me, it's you've got that old regime, and it's just tainting the new.
So all right. So here's the thing.
I love it.
All right, you ready?
End scene.
End scene. Yeah, take a drink. Calm down.
I need some wine.
Turning a little red.
I am.
Here's my thing. So we'll start where you started. We'll start off with the Dvorak signing. Every team needs a Dvorak.
Right.
We actually didn't have a Dvorak. We tried to grow a Dvorak out of nowhere with Ryan Poehling. So realistically, every team needs a Dvorak, somebody who can play second line forward, but is really a third liner. And I meant to jump in and say, you can't play Dvorak at fourth line because that's Kutz's spot, right? When we finally get to center, that's your fourth line center.
So and listen, third line, and I'm not trying to rag on Dvorak. I like Dvorak.
No, so that's the thing, and I'm trying to grasp the vision that Briere is doing here, and it is much easier to build the bottom half of your lineup and the bottom half of your defense core,
right?
But you also need to project that bottom level, and you're seeing that issue right now with players like Nick Seeler, who I'll bring up later, and Dvorak actually pushes that needle forward. So Dvorak is more like I would say he's a better Scott Laughton, and every team needs Scott Laughton, right?
I would agree with that.
He scores way more points than Scott Laughton, but he brings similar play style. He brings the face-offs, he brings the physicality, he can skate, leadership, whatever you want to say. So you got him for, what was it, 5.5 or something like that.
He actually took a pay cut.
He did. He could have gotten so much more on the open market because he was going to be a free agent at the end of this.
And again, it's not my issue doesn't lie with Dvorak, and I get that, the third, fourth line thing. Yeah, I don't want him to play fourth line on this team, but I think it's just the symbolic nature of it.
Yeah.
It seems like you didn't really have to do it at that time, because as soon as you did it, guess what happened?
Yeah.
You got right into the tank.
Well, I also have a feeling that there's always going to be that human side to things about signing that contract. Everyone is going to have their best year ever before they sign their long-term contracts. It's just how it is.
Yeah, of course.
So you're trying to project what is Dvorak going to be at 33 instead of 29. And that's what you want. You want your 33-year-old fourth/third line center, and you want to build you want that third line, that fourth line to actually produce as well and not be scared to put them out there. Right now, our fourth line is a bunch of AHLers. So like if you going back to the Dvorak thing, signing Dvorak might look weird from afar, but I actually liked it because now I don't have to worry about getting another third line center. I want Danny Briere to concentrate on getting me that first line center. Whether you think Zegras is a center or not, I still think Zegras is a center. If you've watched him play on the power play when he takes his faceoffs, he's actually crushing it in the offensive zone faceoffs for the power play. So if those are the only faceoffs he wins on the power play, cool. I don't care. You can put Dvorak out there all you want. So that opens up Briere's possibility for building the front end of this team now, and he really needs to do that. The deficiencies up front are obvious, and then the deficiencies in the defense is really obvious.
It's killing you because at a certain point, even in those skids, when you have listen, there's been teams across the league that have had those skids.
Colorado's on one now.
Colorado is on one right now, but those teams, you've got the horses to get you out of that.
Yeah.
At any point in time, MacKinnon can go end to end, change a whole game, and get you out of it, and change the whole season with one goal. Mm-hmm. We have absolutely nobody. The Tippett is the only guy that, and I say that very loosely, that can do that.
Yeah,
he has the ability to do it.
He wants to.
Yeah. That guy.
He's
It
so
it
frustrating, isn't he?
it
He's like
drives
one
you
of the best players,
crazy because you
and
see what he could be.
they constantly keep putting that ESPN track or whatever it's called, Edge graphic up there with Connor
Hmm.
McDavid with like 90 speed bursts of 22 plus, and the
Yeah,
person directly behind him is always Owen Tippett. It's just like,
right. And listen, all speed bursts are, and that's what you listen. That's what you can do. And I'm going to get off on the tangent with this guy because that's all you can do. You're like a one trick pony kind of guy where it's like, yeah, those guys are having bursts, but the way they're getting there is totally different than you are. You're very predictable. It's you can't, like, if you're going to do that, then you have to be accurate as hell.
yeah,
And you're not. Your shooting percentage. I don't know what his shooting percentage is, but it can't be good.
honestly, it's probably one of the higher ones on the team,
Really,
only because he actually
on the
shoots and
team
he
though.
scores. Yeah, yeah, on the
Yeah.
team. Um, one of the things I want to bring back actually is with your own Tippett comment. He's your prototypical third line winger that can play up at second line. So
Yeah.
now when we go back to Dvorak and we'll take Tippett. If you have Dvorak and Tippett on your third line, damn, they have him on the penalty kill right now. Tippett, that is, because they want him to play or be able to play defensively when he has to carry a lower end line. And that's the type of player he is now. And they're finally realizing that. So signing Dvorak and having Tippett long term is much more of a bottom lineup solid team.
Hmm.
Now, when you bring Martone and Michkov into the mix, you bring up McKinnon and stuff like that. Martone and Michkov, when they're kicking, they can do that. They'll absolutely be able to do that. You can throw TK on the wing with one of those guys. You can throw Zegras on the wing if you don't have him playing center, and you'll have a line that can actually do that. And it did take Nathan McKinnon a while to be able to do that. And he's a great example because if you remember that draft year, Seth Jones was the number one draft pick. And
Yeah.
I think it was Patrick Wall walked up there with the Colorado Avalanche and threw everybody like, what? McKinnon? So he actually started out at the same pace as Michkov.
Right. So let's talk about that. Let's go to Michkov at this point because that's another area of contention too, and not just on social media, but like just in general. Look, he's built up to be, and it could be too much for a 19, 20-year-old kid, but it's the first one we've had in a while.
Yeah.
So he takes a step back this year, obviously, points wise and just visually.
Mm-hmm.
My problem starts with I think it starts with his motivation this year. Now you could argue, oh, there was an ankle injury or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
It never really was, I don't think, specified unless I missed something, which is a possibility.
They really never came out with what it was.
No, there was nothing, and then not even from him, but transparency from management, because you know how we are now. Like this fan base, you've got us, and you got to keep it. And not just me, and you, because we're going to be there for the long haul, good, give or take. But the city is not. You're fourth in the pecking order. Let's call it a spade. You're not. Nobody's talking about you. So you finally have somebody that is worth a damn across the league, and he's built as this kid and a Crosby kind of guy, where eats, sleeps, and like. What'd you have for breakfast? Pucks. What'd you have for lunch? Pucks. Hey, Matvey, what'd you have for dinner? Was it pucks? You betcha. It
like
was
a
pucks.
Like
a Yager, just on the ice all damn day. And then he comes into what arguably would be his best or his most important season of hockey in his career.
Mm-hmm.
And by his own admission, says, hey, man, first time I've ever taken 4 months off in my life. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
No, Matvey, it's not. Because you've taken a whole season so far, and literally the last week, and now we were in almost February, that he has looked even remotely close to what he looked like last year. So, look, that's what gets me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, look, sophomore slumps, I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the year before, you couldn't pull McKinnon off the ice.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we really need to put the Michkov thing into perspective. One thing I want to touch about with Michkov is I kind of want to put this. I want to put this argument almost to sleep about Fat Vey Michkov. You got to remember,
He's a real pig. He's a big pig. He's just a piggy boy.
the year he was drafted, his father was murdered.
That is true.
His father was just murdered, straight up murdered. Went missing for a couple days, and then all of a sudden turned up dead. So
listen, the KGB is listening to this. I need you to chill out.
No, they're not. We're banned in Belarus and Russia.
That is true.
That still
is true. That's a great point.
Yeah. So
and we hope to have that. And listen, we hope to have that ban lifted real soon.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Putin and we're getting close now. Anyway, his dad was murdered, and then he gets drafted by the team.
And can we say the Puck Drop Pod sends our condolences to the Michkov family?
Michkovs.
Yes, R.I.P.
Mr. The other
Michkov.
thing is, I heard his mom and his brother keep having visa issues. So like they're here, then they have to go back, and then they're here again. So I'm sure he's missing family essentially. Murdered dad, brother, and mom can't stay in the country longer than 6 months or whatever. And then you factor that with the fact that I know he's making the league minimum.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to make a joke. Keep going. Keep going.
He got his bonuses all last year. So outside of his yearly salary, he made over $1.5 million in bonuses easily. So you got to figure, young kid couldn't stay here because his work visa only covers when he's working here. So that was the only way they got him here as quickly as they could, is go with the work visa. So he can't stay here. So then he's got to go back. He has all this money. He's going to party. He's a kid. You would do it. I would do it. He actually did much better than I thought he would. I was worried he was going to end up dead or something. So,
I would handle that. I would handle it terribly.
Oh God.
But yeah, I would handle it awfully. But
yeah,
I want my superstar to be.
Yeah,
and this is going to sound bad. I want him to be like, to have that autism on the spectrum just for hockey.
Yeah.
Like, you know how some people like trains?
Yeah.
I need them to just be like, I like to go top shelf all day long.
Once he's comfortable, comfortable, he'll be fine. I can get behind the usage by Tocchet, but he's also not doing anything to make Tocchet play him more. He is, these last 2 games, he's looked much better.
Look, if you go online right now, you'll see all the junk about that kind of stuff about, he's not getting, you got to develop him. This is not a development league. You get what you want. And I love the fact that he's not playing him.
Yeah.
And he is, honestly, if you look at it, the ice time is as equal as anybody else on the team. And the shifts. And if you look at the shifts are equal too. He's just taking shorter shifts.
Yeah.
Because he has been behind. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just one of those. I think that has been one of the biggest disappointments, not just the standings and how, the season has gone so far. I think that if you have a guy, start the season strong, you're in a different kind of position, and that 6-game skid doesn't go as far if you're not trying to play catch up like he had. So,
he also can't play the way he wants to with players like Couturier, Konechny, even with Tippett will kind of, he's not going to step on their feet yet. And that goes back to your original issue that you were bringing up about, expectations for the team and what it looks like from above. And he's just, it's because he can't be himself, and he's got to play that way. And that's when they talk about developing, that's the development he's doing. That's the arc of his development. He's much more developed than a 19, 20, 21-year-old. He's got the body, he can skate, he's got edge work, which you don't usually see with kids that young. So all the hard stuff is done. So developing him isn't necessarily playing him more. Does that make sense? It's mixing him in with the crowd so that when he finally feels comfortable to do what he wants, he can back it up with what his play is on the ice.
Right. And I think that what you're saying now is almost what I kind of, and I don't know if Briere said it so much. He's been on Flyers Daily. He's been on the podcast that he wants to be on. And Danny, you could come on this one anytime you want. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. We're obviously we're right up there with everybody else.
Yeah, us and Jason Martinez,
we're right there. So,
Jason, us.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Can I tell you one of my biggest disappointments?
I would love to hear it.
I'm gonna give you one, and then I'm gonna give you a depth disappointment.
Okay.
My first one is Emil Andre. I just want to say how disappointed I am in him, and he's not long for this team. He's going to be a part of a trade, hopefully coming up. But being the redundant player he is, in and out of the lineup, the same player as York, the same player as Drysdale, the same player as Sanheim. Like,
right.
The poor kid needs to play somewhere else because he's not getting the opportunity he deserves because he can do it.
Who are you, Igor Zamola's agent?
He needs to be on the power play.
He needs to be on power play.
Power play score. Anyway, Andre's got to go. It throws the defense off. I'm done with Sanheim being on his off side. He needs to go right back to he can't score. He's not good on his backhand. All he can do is skate. He needs to go back to his other side. You need to split that York and Sanheim pairing.
Right.
I want to see Risto with Sanheim, and I want to see York and Drysdale together. The other thing I want to say is Nick Seeler is an issue, not because of how he is playing, because he's not playing bad. He's just a complete void of any forward offense. Every 70 games, he'll do some miraculous goal where you're just like, where did that come from?
Yeah, that was a couple games ago, actually, wasn't it? It was
where was it? His annual, I'm taking
off the post through 9 guys and it goes in.
He can skate. He's got edge work. He can skate low.
He's a fine 6th, 7th guy.
My issue with Seeler is if you go look at all the stats, he leads defensemen in almost every offensive stat that's not goals and assists. It's shots, shot expectant, how many shots per 60, expected goals when he's out there. It's insane to me that your third pair left shot defenseman is 20 something shots ahead of your next defenseman, which is, I believe it's Drysdale. And that's an issue. He has so many shots on net. He gets them from that left side and he just throws it there every single time.
If we can't walk. See, the thing is that he can't do that kind of stuff. Yes. And your other guys can and use it to a fault where they're up and down and refuse to get it through.
And the problem with that is you don't stretch out the defense. They can leave Nick Seeler there.
Right.
And on top of that, he's got to go across his body to get to the next point. He can't do that either. Mm-hmm. So that leaves one play, and that's to just throw the puck on the net. Or dump it back down low, but you're not going to ever get the puck back. So
remember, kids, we're putting the ANAL in analytics.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even pull out the analytics yet.
Well, that was low level analytics. It's not next level yet. They're not ready for next level yet. We'll wait for the playoffs for that. Playoffs. Playoffs. You're talking about playoffs. Also,
domino effect here because he can't score from the point. It makes the other defensemen feel like they're in the same boat, so it's bleeding over into the power play, which is why you're not getting anything from the defense on the power play.
Also, you're not getting anything from anybody on the power play. It's one of those things when it's going bad. I think it just snowballs to the point, and it's been snowballing for years. Mm-hmm. Where that if you can't do something, it turns into we're waiting for that perfect shot. Mm-hmm. And if you watch other teams and you watch Colorado, it's get to the puck to the net. Easier said than done when you got Makar and McKinnon on the power play, which is ridiculous.
Burns.
And Burns, my God, 40 years old, he looks great. Yeah. Shout out to our 40 pluses. How are you? There we go.
40-year-olds look good.
Making 40-year-olds look good. 40 is the new 30.
I have a question.
Thank you. I would love to hear your question.
So, with everything we've talked about,
the
trade deadline coming up. One of the things I want to say is I'm still patient with Briere. I'm probably one of the last ones who's being patient with him. But this trade deadline is huge for me in my terms of patience with him. I think he needs to do something pretty large this trade deadline.
All right, so define your idea of large.
Got to shore up that defense, and you got to get another scoring forward, specifically a center. You're going to lose somebody you like. You're going to lose Forster, Brink, something on those lines.
So here's my thing. So if you have Martone coming, is Forster on the block because of that?
I don't think so. I I think giving up Forster would be probably a bigger mistake than giving up on Michkov, because Forster brings so much more to the team than any other player, which is why he's so coveted. And it's not just his shot. I mean, he got so many votes last year, and he didn't play the whole season.
If you're talking about roster construction here, there's only one way, and the Forster thing seems to me like it's not going to be a trade deadline thing. It's probably going to be an off-season thing.
I mean, if he gets traded?
If he gets traded, yeah, because you can't do it now. But
yeah.
But just the thought of him being traded. Look, you're going to have to make tough decisions because you do not have number ones on either side of the puck.
Yeah.
So that can get you what you kind of need.
Yeah.
You have, with Barkey's emergence, and Barkey's been good. He's got a long way to go, but you can tell it's there.
Yeah.
Right.
Barkey's not Barkey and Forster on this team. Barkey is a winner. You got to keep him. No matter what we do, we got to keep him. He wins at every level he goes to, and he's a leader.
He's Mike Richards without the pill addiction. And, and that's really what you want to see in a player.
Yeah.
Is not trafficking drugs across the lines of countries. So,
well, I mean, I'd be up for trading Forster if we were going to get one of the, a Byfield. If we were going to throw him in and get a Byfield, I don't want like an Elias Peterson.
No. But I don't think that takes a player like that to get, because you have other capital that Vancouver would want. I think you could probably get it done with a little bit less, but look, what do I know? But you would hope.
Yeah.
But I mean, just looking forward, that's when you could talk about the bottom six, and that's the easiest thing to do. But the hardest thing to do now is the top. And that's where my concern is, because you're not getting it through the draft. So where is that coming?
So if this is going to make the crowd that wants to tank really happy. If we finish bottom 8, we have a chance at getting a number 1 defenseman that can play in the NHL right now.
Do you, and here's conspiracy behind don't look behind the curtains, Wizard of Oz style. Do you think, and this is not a conspiracy, it's not like Building 7 World Trade Center, but do you think that like they're cool with that? They're cool if they just tank? Are they cool if they just fall off the face of the earth? Like tonight, what time is it? 7:12. 20 minutes to puck drop. Lose tonight. Lose this weekend, whatever, or lose tomorrow, Boston. And I think you've got the Kings on Saturday. Drop all of those. Then what happens?
Well, you're basically going off in the Olympic break on an extreme low.
Right.
You're obviously going to be a seller, right? At that point.
I guess, but who's on the table then? Like you say Andre, and we do this every year, and it's getting exhausting.
It is getting
where exhausting. It's like who are we selling? We're selling
somebody we like. It's gonna be, I'm telling you right now, it'll be Martone, Michkov, Forster, Brink will be a throw in. You're not gonna get
Brink. Brink I'm fine with, and I think that he could get you something.
York,
anything crazy? York I'm fine with as well. Risto 100%.
But see, those are the things you're gonna have to get rid of next year's first round draft pick, or this coming year. You're not going to trade Risto or Brink or any of those second tier players on our team for somebody who's going to replace them. So you're going to have to throw in a really good draft pick. There is a way around this though. So we need to do what we're in the time frame of, remember when the Tampa Bay Lightning, before they won their first Stanley Cup, they were like getting random waiver wire pickups and trading for people like Ryan McDonough, whose career looked basically over. That's where we are right now. That's what we did with Zegras. That's what we did with Dvorak. We tried it with Paling. So we can still do that. There's players on the market. Byfield, I already said. Rob Thomas, Jordan Kyrou. Believe it or not, Ryan O'Reilly you could probably pull off a Ryan O'Reilly, Steven Stamkos trade and get rid of Risto.
But what does that? But what does that do for you now? So say they trade for because that was Stamkos thing was out there, and so what does that do for you? Yeah. What does that do for you?
So that's going to build your power play because he's going to be scoring on the power play. He's going to play with Michkov. He can still skate. He can still play center. He can still win some faceoffs. In the long term, he's not going to help us win the Stanley Cup. What he will do is he will fill that void until Michkov, Martone, and Forster are to the point of which he doesn't need to fill the void. They fill it in, if that makes any sense. Stamkos won't be around. Ryan O'Reilly probably won't be around by that point either. But the other players will learn how to play, and that buys you time to hope that either you can turn Jet Lachenko into something, or Nesbitt, who we drafted, or flip them for your next stud center, which that is a much more realistic outlook on it. The hardest targets will always be the defenseman, I think. Everybody says a center, but I think you can get a center. I think defenseman's going to be where it's tough.
Yeah, and I think they want to build from the back end back.
They do.
And you can listen, and if you look at if you look at the last time we did anything, you made that big Pronger trade, and it turned out to be great because that guy that person can control a game more so than because he's going to be out there for 30 minutes. He's going to be out there half of the game. So I think that's the plan.
That would be like was it 2008 Brad Lidge edition?
Yeah.
That would be your closer coming in and being like, now we can win.
Yeah.
I feel like that when you can get that Pronger-esque trade, and we're probably about 2 years from that. If I was to guess, we're 2 years from that.
All right. Well, you're turning to me a little bit more positive, and at least I'm excited for this game. We'll see how it goes. 7:30, Columbus Blue Jackets. Let's talk about prospects real quick. You brought up Lachenko, who didn't impress in the World Juniors. Martone did, however. So obviously he's a number one on the list of guys that are probably a lock to play, at least, if not the end of this year, but definitely next year.
Yeah. He looks good.
You've seen Barkey, Bonk doing well in Lehigh Valley. Carson Bjarnason playing well. Kolosov had his shot. That was you and I had as many saves as he did. He had shots. He didn't save any of them, but he had them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about guys that are not playing professionally now. You've got centers Luchenko, Jack Berglund, who did impress a little bit in
you're impressing me. Look at you.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, come on.
That was going to be my second line center. I was getting
prospect talk.
Prospect.
Yeah, listen, I'm a prospect guy now.
Your prospect.
Berglund looks like a good look. You never know how it's going to translate, but leads the Swedish team to a gold medal. So we'll see how that works out.
He led their team in scoring and also, or no, he was second on the team behind the young kid.
Yeah, and he came up big in a shootout. In the semifinals,
the right side.
By the way, can we talk about shootouts in elimination games?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like it at all.
Horrible. Let them go play. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's one tournament a year. They're not. Who cares where they're going? It's not like it's
Stanley Cup for those kids.
You
play until somebody
you're gonna lose a chance to play in a final on a skills competition. That's insane to me.
In a year that the goalies were like the worst goalies in World Juniors in the 10 years.
Not even that. I don't care what it is. It's like if it's in the round robin, let them. Yeah, fine. Who cares? Yeah. But once you're in the playoffs, you got a golden goal.
Yeah, you have to do that. They didn't get rid of that. I can't. I forgot when they went into that. I was like, wait, you don't do that for the gold medal game?
Yeah.
Oh, overtime.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
But I think that, people are starting to kind of start to worry a little bit about the picks.
Yeah.
Nesbitt, Lachenko specifically.
Yeah.
Because you drafted those guys to be your centers, and a bunch of guys that were drafted in and around before, after, have kind of lapped them already. Mm-hmm. And
we're playing Lachenko.
Yeah. What's up?
we're playing mind games with Lachenko. It's like, oh, you're so fit and so fast, you can make the NHL, and then
he's little Roddy the body.
What are you doing? You're not.
He's little Roddy. You can't get him out of the gym.
Face off, not Zegras style, but
yeah, I don't know. So I think we're at the point now where I think there's hope and there's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things that transparency would be nice right around now. Like, give us a little, not a New York Rangers, the sky is falling, we're tearing this down, you deserve better letters or whatever, but something that's like, look, we're good, we got it handled. Daddy needs to come out and be like, listen, we're good. Plan's going to, even if you're lying to me, plan's good. Plan's good. Talking about.
Lie to me.
This is exactly what we want.
Be like Arrested Development. It's like those. They always say maybe it'll work for me, and it never does. Well, will it work for us? Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, we'll leave it there. You've kind of. I started out real negative.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still negative until the Flyers win tonight, and then I'll be right back on it. And I'll be Hunter Brody posting Stanley Cup gifts.
Running naked down Broad Street.
Absolutely. Grease the poles. Because this is the life of a Flyers fan. It's like it's a roller coaster. And listen,
think how good it's gonna feel when we win the Stanley Cup, though.
Yeah, I think I said that in '96.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh my God, brother! I'll tell you something right now. First Eagles Super Bowl, I was weeping.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Flyers win a Stanley Cup.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm calling out that week to cry.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a wild situation.
I'll be out for 2 weeks. Don't tell the supervisors.
Honestly, I won't have to call out because at that time I'll be retired. So
that's true. We'll be making money off of the podcast at that
point.
We
will be. It's brought to you by Cialis.
And Preparation H.
Yeah. Have you signed up for Social Security yet? Well, the Flyers are about to win a Stanley Cup, and we're almost 75. So,
hey, it took us a long time to get derailed here.
I know it usually happens before. We haven't done one Seinfeld reference either. Unbelievable. We're going to keep it that way. We did one Trump, but we're going to do no Seinfeld today.
All right.
Puck drop in 8 minutes. So we'll text for that episode, whatever it is. Who cares? We'll get this posted. YouTube. No Apple. We're going to talk about the Apple, by the way.
Oh boy.
We'll talk about Apple.
All right.
I got a plan.
Okay.
Because Apple's not helping me, but we will have a plan. Wherever you get your podcast, this will be on. We'll do it. We're on the same schedule now, so this will be easy to get a little bit
follow us on our Twitter now because it's really funny. We have an intern.
Yes, at PuckDropPod. The guy who runs it, real comedian.
Yeah.
Free. But no, and listen, it's very active. So go check it out at PuckDropPod, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. All right. So PuckDropPod on YouTube, and we'll post this on the streaming sites. Ace, let's go Flyers. We'll be back soon.
Sounds good. Take care, buddy.
Awesome. Yep, you too.